Hello friends, this is Dorian Rachamim, founder of PowerKid. Howdy y'all. And today I'm going to show you how to do problem number 10, which is on page 369 of the first No Calculator section in this book, which can be downloaded for free on Khan Academy. Here goes. For the function g defined above, a is a constant and g of 4 equals 8. What is the value of g of negative 4? Now, if you know your parabolas, which you ought to for the SAT because there's a good deal of parabola questions on the test, you will know that parabolas are symmetric. And given, let's see here, that this parabola has no shift, a parabola with a shift might look like this, y equals 3x minus 12 squared plus 2. This would have a shift to the right of 12, if you know your parabolas. Okay? But given that this parabola does not, this one has no shift, it has no parentheses x minus anything, this parabola is going to be symmetrical. Which means that g of 4, if this is 4, and g of 4 is 8, that means g of negative 4 will also be 8, because parabolas are symmetrical, and well, this is meant to look symmetrical to you. There you go. However, if you do not know parabolas, have no fear, because this is just a regular old functions problem. And so I'll scoot this up here, and I will perform the functions problem just like usual. Now, Dorian's rule of do stuff, even if you're not sure what you're doing, is to do stuff, even if you're not sure what you're doing. We know g of 4 equals 8. So let's write in g of 4. G of 4 equals 8, which equals a times 4 squared plus 24. We just substituted 4 in for that equation. Everywhere we saw an x, we wrote a parentheses 4 because that's good mathematical hygiene. Now I'm going to write 8 equals 4 squared equals 16, so a times 16 plus 24. Good. Now let's just move this 24 to the other side for the sake of combining like terms and for the sake of getting a on its own. 8 minus 24 equals negative 16 equals 16 a's. Dividing both sides of that by 16, we simply get a equals negative 1. But the party's not over yet. Now that we have a equals negative 1, they want to know what g of negative 4 equals. G of negative 4 has to equal something. So I'm just going to do exactly like what we did before. I'm going to do, that is, a times negative 4 squared plus 24. Just plugging that negative 4 into that function right there. That equals a times 16 as before plus 24. But we know what a equals from before. So everywhere I see an a, I'm going to write parentheses negative 1. Because that's good mental hygiene. That's going to get negative 16 plus 24, which means that g of negative 4, bringing that all the way to the bottom, g of negative 4 equals positive 8. Positive 8, positive 8.